बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग शोज मुझे लगते हैं जिसमें फिल्म्स आ जाती हैं. यू वर्क विद प्रकाश झा, संजय लीला बंसाली, केन घोष, रोहित धवन, PVR Pictures, Wishcraft, Anil Sharma, Ekta Kapoor, Times of India, Hindustan.
I moved to Bombay, and then I've had a cross-functional experience doing production, assisting, in direction, and being a creative from films to web shows. And I've been fortunate that all big names gave me an opportunity to work with them, and I could associate with, the kind of people that, are there in the profile, thankfully.
बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग शोज मुझे लगते हैं जिसमें फिल्म्स आ जाती हैं. एंड टुडे वी हैव समवन वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ऑन आवर शो. हेलो एंड वेलकम टू राबा राशि पॉडकास्ट. बहुत ही सुंदर है एंड सुपर टैलेंटेड है. शी इज रमीरा. इन शॉर्ट बताती हूँ, शी इज एक्चुअली अ फिल्म प्रोड्यूसर, अ स्टेज एक्टर, ऑल्सो अ सिंगर. And they're running this production house which is known as Ramify Entertainment, specialist into the media and entertainment industry. She's come all the way from Bombay and I'm super excited to host her today. Aapka bahut bahut swagat hai.
Hi.
Okay, to start with Ramira, I want you to tell all our listeners about you, your journey, how you started, and I believe you worked with Prakash Jha, Sanjay Leela Bansali, Ken Ghosh, Rohit Dhawan, PVR Pictures, Wishcraft, Anil Sharma, Ekta Kapoor, Times of India, Hindustan Times, and that is just wow. Let's hear.
You have all the information and in details, I must say. And the journey has been a little non-linear. I used to write features for Hindustan Times while I was studying in Delhi, while I was doing my graduation in mass communication from Delhi University. Then I did my postgrad from Pune, and there also I was writing entertainment features with Times of India. So that's my print stint. And after which I moved to Bombay, and then I've had a cross-functional experience doing production, assisting, in direction, and being a creative from films to web shows. And I've been fortunate that all big names gave me an opportunity to work with them, and I could associate with, the kind of people that, are there in the profile, thankfully. So that's it.
You were a stage actor, and then your transition to being a producer, and then a consultant, and now an entrepreneur. So आसान नहीं होगा. So let's start with your challenges and the solutions you gave to those challenges.
So I would say it's a very special interview today because we are two women, and I'm sitting with another woman entrepreneur, and we have many things in common. We even have a Ra in common, Rashi and Ramira. And आसान कुछ नहीं होता. And I was brought up in a way where I never thought that it's not easy for women or it's not easy for men. It's just your own journey that everybody is on. And so I was doing a lot of theatre, and I was a stage actor and a dancer. We used to do a lot of dance dramas till the time I was in Delhi, and in fact even in Pune. So here in a chance encounter, I met Mr. Yash Chopra, and I would say that I've never met a man with such a big heart, and he was so sweet to have 2 minutes of conversation with me. And that time he gave me his card, and he told me that why don't you call me tomorrow. And I was just a college kid, and I was like, is it for real? And but I ended up calling him, and rest is history. First office I visited was YRF in Mumbai, and he invited me, and there were 5-7 people in YRF who welcomed me. And but it was more like a missed opportunity, but it gave me kind of a glimpse of what was happening. And it was a new studio that they had made that time, from a production house to studio. It was their new innings, I would say. And that time there was a gentleman there called Mr. Ashish Singh, who offered me to do production and learn with them. But by then I was not really sure of what exactly I want to do. I was more keen to do direction, and I told him, let me complete my studies, as my father always said, that you complete your education and then do whatever. So I clear my snap, and I went to Pune to complete my postgrad from Symbiosis. But after that, again, coming to Mumbai and working with all other people. So that's the transition. And also I thought after visiting them that, let me understand the business first, because they offering me production and I had no clue of what it is. So that was the...
You're absolutely pretty. And it's not about just having a pretty face. It's more about your body language, your vibe. Everything is very positive and beautiful. Never tried acting?
The initial stint where Yashji met me was that, but like I said, it was a missed opportunity. And after a bit, I did explore certain avenues, but to realize that it might not be my cup of tea. Like I mentioned this earlier also to various people, that you might be passionate about singing or acting. But when you actually do it in the professional, so to say, sense, it's not necessary that you will like it, and that's about it. Like when I used to do dance dramas, I used to be on stage, and as the common people, what we see, we think this is the world. But a natural progression after that is people do direct plays, people do various other things. So fortunately, I could learn various other skills with people on job, and otherwise also education taught me a lot. And it sort of kept me grounded. And I felt that this will be a more better and bigger opportunity to, direct and produce. That will suit me better with the kind of person I am.
I understand that, when you don't grab certain opportunities, they lead to better opportunities. I understand that. But you tell me something, Ameera, that what you today, you've been into the industry, you've worked with the top the directors, you've actually experienced the film industry under Reheker, aise bolte, and you were an outsider. You were very raw when you actually entered the industry. So tell us the real thing. क्या है इंडस्ट्री का, मतलब सच्चाई क्या है, लोगों को इतना आसान लगता है? Do you have a guru in the industry today?
I think for whoever who wants to get into the industry, in the first place, my experience, which is exclusive to me, I don't think it's an industry. These are boutique production houses or boutique content making studios or offices. So you need to have an individual bond with everyone. It's not that you did one project and you think you've arrived. And it's not also what it looks, on the face of it. So the correct way is to do the ground research before you finally take the plunge. Like mine was completely unplanned. Till now, I can't understand if I would have taken production with YRF, it would have been better instead of, going through another route. Or the other route for me is better. I do believe whatever happens for the best. But, just thinking that, I am passionate and this is what I want to do and I'll get it next day is not what it is.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of hurdles because our education system doesn't tell us, or the people who will meet you and connect you with people will not tell you the hurdles that you might face while you are on your journey. And so better is to take baby steps rather than jumping and fall. That fall is also very hard then. So that's what I would say.
So what exactly has been your approach, attitude, dealing with so many different production houses? You are just in the industry, you're doing fairly well, quite successful over the years. So what is that one, mantra that you follow when you talk about approach and attitude?
There is no mantra. In Vedas, mantras are to keep us safe. So there's no fixed mantra. But, it depends on how you maintain relations or how you connect with people. It depends on the person that you are personally. There are people I know who have just, made two friends in the industry. The friends grew big and these people automatically grew big. But they were not very social. And the kind of person I am, I usually connect on a personal level with people. Then I help them out. I have a helping nature that has kept my relations intact till now. I've added value to whoever person I have met with, guided them correctly if needed. So this all was inbuilt in me. The way you grow up, it's all that. Plus, it's very, very personal. So I'm a people's person, and the skill also that I'm now I've over the time developed is people, management and relationships, and so I'm naturally good at it, I would say. So there was no approach, but you figure yourself out eventually, and you figure it out eventually amidst the chaos.
So I think that is a great takeaway from this conversation right now, is that one should know how to manage people. And I think all kinds of entrepreneurship is only about managing how you manage people. And I think this is a great point. Ramira, I want you to share some lighter moments with us. Your experiences with different kind of directors, producing different kind of movies, being involved with different kind of projects.
Like I said, with Yash ji, he's a man with very big heart. Though I never got an opportunity to, so to say, work with him, and with a very helping nature. Another person that I've related to the most and worked, I think, the longest with him is Mr. Prakash Jha. And from him, I have learned professionalism and how much is needed and where to cut off, and don't go overboard extra, don't take extra number of days to shoot and all of that. He knows exactly what to do and when to finish, and he's on time everywhere. So that's one thing. Another person that I've connected to artistically, but I've worked for a very short duration with him, is Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali. He is an artist in the true sense of it, and he is that kind of a person. If he goes by the vibe, if he doesn't like you, then he will still work with you but keep a distance. If he likes you, then he will go overboard to take care of you. So I was one of the few fortunate people who were taken care of till the time I was with him. And that's the reason we have kept meeting on and off again and again. And then I've also worked with, like my first stint was like one schedule on Ken Ghosh's film that time called Chance Pe Dance. And there about Ken, he's a very young person within the, he's the example of that age is just a number. And so was his content in the time he was doing films. But at the same time, the kind of team that he had built around him, like the two production people that I worked with, they were amazing people. After that, wherever I worked, I've never seen such a team, and I've learned a lot from them. So they were Mr. Khamkar, who, was managing everything like a, I have not seen a production like that after that. So that's that. But I would specially mention a life-changing experience. Working with PVR Pictures is what I call a life-changing experience for me. Because as a creative I was when I was in Delhi, when I was in Pune. So, हम creative लोग हम ऐसा सोचते हैं कि हम चांद तारे तोड़ लाएंगे. But while working with PVR Pictures into a distribution profile is what I cherished the most, and it gave me what you call a grounding to the whole situation, made me understand the business part of it. Otherwise, like a normal creative or a normal assistant will not understand, will not have that kind of understanding of what content will work, what will not work, how to twist things to, how to learn sales, how to negotiate, how to, sit there and figure out what artwork, what marketing will work. So that was actually a life-changing experience, though for me that also was unplanned. And that's that.
So I want to add to this कि I think she wants to say कि हम चांद तारे तोड़ नहीं लाएंगे, हम खुद ही चांद तारे हैं और जो हमसे जुड़ता है वो वैसे ही बहुत सुहाना हो जाता है. That's what I believe in, and I think that's how we are growing, and that's why we are successful. There is no ego in this, but of course we are thankful to God. लेकिन of course एक scale up तो करना पड़ता है. उसके बिना कैसे होगा?
Oh, okay.
So this is what I believe in, and I think it's absolutely funny. But this is the reality कि हम खुद ही चांद तारे हैं, हम खुद ही सब कुछ हैं.
Wow.
And this is wonderful. Okay, Rameera, I want you to tell us that have you been close to any of the film stars? Of course, I understand directors, but any lighter moments with some movie stars, some beautiful actresses?
Most of the stars that I've worked with has been on projects that I've been doing. And like I said, I'm a person that lights up the place. So actors connect to me naturally. And I've had very good conversations with many people that I've worked with, whether it's Saif Ali Khan, Sunny Deol, Bobby Deol, Shahid Kapoor that time, and but we all are professionals, and we don't go I don't go beyond, and so whenever there's work we do exchange messages and we do chat about it, but it's not that I can say that I'm very close to any of the stars. In fact, the earlier question that you asked, do I have a mentor? For a very long time, being an outsider here, I would say that I kept looking for a mentor. But I think God was mentoring me in a very different fashion to understand the whole business. If I would have got one mentor, I would have been doing just that. Like there are people doing just one thing all their life. I would have just stopped there, maybe. So I didn't get a mentor and I didn't like it back then. But now I think it all makes sense. So I would not say I'm very close as such to people, but these relationships are, rooted and till where they should be.
Absolutely wonderful. Okay, just let's leave apart the film industry. You guys, the Ramify Entertainment is one of the best companies into the media and entertainment industry. Tell us about some other projects and some brands you work with.
So we are अभी तो हमने start किया है.
Okay.
तो अभी आप और हमारा काम देखेंगे. After which I can use the statement if that fits. So right now we are looking at funding within the company and funding projects. We have certain number of projects that we are looking to produce. At the same time, the vision is to produce and direct, in my case, because I have the experience. And we are looking at certain foreign collaborations, and let's see where it goes. Still figuring out the second step and the correct project.
So I see you've been into the industry and your experience over the years. I want you to share with all our listeners and viewers, what is your future plan and where are you heading to? Let's hear.
So the future is to create content that is sustainable and showcases our culture And also, one more thing we would want to add would be audience interaction in the making of that content. For example, I was thinking for the next project, which is fiction, to write it till the climax and then let the audience decide what can be the ending. And we can shoot both the endings and, take it from there. So, to innovate in that sense. And the impact that we would want to have on M&E sector would be, when somebody, let's talk about people in layman terms. When somebody says that, or even if today kids tell their parents that we want to join the film industry, the whole perception around it is very, off the track, and because it's disorganized and, various other things that you hear. And so the impact that we would want to create is, we would want to be one company that is transparently working, guiding, helping, consulting people, so that, more new people who are coming are in the right hands and they're not going haywire. And there is correct amount of work generated for them. And it's socially relevant also.
So, you just rightly put कि जैसे ही किसी को पता चलता है किसी पेरेंट को कि हमारा बच्चा फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में जाना चाहता है, I think the first feeling they get is कि why does he want to struggle? So, but see, I think if you're doing entrepreneurship also, there is a lot of struggle. कोई भी चीज आसान नहीं होती है. हाँ, दिखती जरूर सुंदर है, पर आसान कुछ नहीं होता है. And on that, note, I would want you to tell us how do you stay stress-free? इतने सुंदर कैसे रह लेते हो?
It's not the outside beauty. I think it's the inner beauty that comes out, because I've kept my life very simple in an otherwise very complicated world, and where I am working, it is even more complicated. I have had a very spiritual bent of mind. So, when I detach from the situation and look at things from a third perspective, everything seems to fall in place. So that has kept me afloat. So, and, you help people, you give people, that's the best love that, you can receive also later.
So, I want you to share with all our viewers, what was the real purpose and why did you get into, this particular production company that you've made, Ramify Entertainment?
Well, after more than a decade of working in the industry, I felt in the starting only I had made good contacts and, good relationships, and I was knowing many people, not all, but many people. So I thought just to put all the experience in one line and, for financial potential that I saw in the business. Otherwise, what was happening was my networks, I was adding value to other people, and more profits they were reaping. So I thought, why not now channelize it and, create more work opportunities and make a company where we can create our own IPs and be relevant and do the kind of content we have always wanted to produce, have the creative control. And hence, I thought it's the right time to, go solo.
So, what are the different kind of services you're offering into this production company that you've made?
So, from start to end, everything technically, from identifying a script or an idea to developing the script to, pitching and, aligning it with platforms, getting a director on board, creating the project with actors on board, technicians on board, producing it and taking it to theaters and, yeah.
Okay, so what is that valuable message to all the brands and all the people who are looking to be associated with the industry? Let's hear.
A message to the brands would be that, you guys already are, a corporate setup, and you do have, deadlines and start to end correct expectations in terms of how much is being spent and what deliveries you want and what timings. But do give a little, freedom to us who are also creative and would want to add our personal touch to the whole product.
And when people start new work and with a lot of experience, they definitely add a lot of new flavor to the work. So that is a very valid point and to be taken into consideration. And I think with Ramify Entertainment, they've got the new flavor to all the kind of production services they are offering. We just spoke about you seeking funding. Now, what kind of investors or what kind of investment opportunities you are looking at?
There are various ways to look at this. One is that somebody wants to enter into our film business. They already have those plans. So if, they want to align with somebody who has experience, so we don't mind, sitting with them, consulting and, figuring out if there is an alignment there. Another thing is that certain times I meet people who want to do a certain kind of project. They have certain things in mind. So we can curate a project. So it can be a project funding. And the other project funding can be that we already have certain projects in our kitty. And for those we are already looking for funding. And these should be people who, have, so to say, creative bent of mind apart from, looking at profits, because profits will come if, we are going in the right direction.
So, absolutely right, because we are also running a production house and I totally understand there's a lot of creative work that goes in and a lot of positive work that goes in, and I think it is value for money when you hire a production house for your own creative work. So get in touch with Ramira. Her details, her email ID is available on the podcast and on the post. Meera, aapka bahut bahut thanks.
Thank you so much for having me here.